Hey guys, now in today's video, I'm going to show you step by step how you can create an amazing cooler that looks like this. And this was engraved on the xTool F1 UItra. Now, if you have fur babies, you know what I'm talking about. And if you support shelters, check this out. You know what I'm talking about as well. So let's go through the video, step by step, how you can make these amazing coolers yourself. Now, creating a leather cooler that has a nice message like what you see here is really simple to do. So the first thing you're going to do is you need to source your graphic. And your graphic, you can get them on a lot of different websites. There are paid for services that we subscribe to that allow us to get these that really highlight our passion and love for dogs. So this is the one that we just made, and this is one that we're going to make now. So these are my settings. For white leatherette, you're going to use power of 80, speed of 500, and LPCMs, line per centimeters, of 140. Now that's because this is an SVG. Now, the one thing I just wanted to highlight about this, and we're going to go ahead and look at the easy set panel. Again, you'll see those settings, 80, 500, 140. What I've noticed, at least in my testing, is that if I am not at 140, if I'm at 120, 110, I tend to see streaks, lines in the leather. So this power setting for me, for this specific leatherette, and what it's going to do is it is going to remove the top layer, white top layer, not go too deep, and bring out the black. And that's what I want to happen here. Now, we're going to go ahead, and you'll notice that I am using the blue light or the blue diode laser for this. So I'm going to go ahead and close this. And as we're looking at this, the other thing that you'll notice is that I do have this aligned, so I have the camera on. But I always, even though I have the camera on, I always do a framing. Always do a framing to make sure that the framing process is good. So we're going to go ahead and do a frame so that we could see what's going on over here. You're going to see me do that. I have actually a very large frame taking place. So I'm just going to click on the one that I want to focus on. And it looks about where I want it to be. I may move it a little bit over to the right. Let's go ahead and move it over to the right. See what that looks like there. Yeah, that's better for me. I'm going to close that now, come back, and the next step is we're going to go ahead and hit process. I want to make sure that nothing is enabled. So you notice that one's enabled, so we're going to turn that one off. We're going to come back over here. This is good. Now, if you were using a black leatherette with silver or gold, the settings will be different. Just be warned for that. So you'll want to do some tests. And I had run some pattern tests on this. You always ruin at least one when you're doing your testing. And you can see this was like my ideal setting right here is the one that I had grabbed. So we're going to go ahead and hit process. And we're going to make sure that this is the only thing that's going to be present for engraving. And it is. And you see that right there. And it says that it's going to take about a minute to do, which is not bad, right? And we have a really cool jig system that makes it really fast to get these leatherettes done. So we're going to go ahead and hit start. And you'll see it's sending the file for processing. We're good. And now what we're going to do is we're going to hit start on the F1 UItra. And now you'll see the engraving taking place. And you'll notice that there's not a lot of flame coming out of this. This is, again, because of the settings I've chosen. Again, I ruined one of these, both sides, making all these little boxes and also going through some designs to get this view. What I like about this is that there's no charring, there's no cleanup, and it just looks so, so sharp. And you could do two sides of this if you wanted. Matter of fact, I think I may do a double-sided leatherette. This I'm going to make for one of our friends, and she does a lot of volunteering at animal shelters, and I think she's going to love this, as you know, we all love our pets. And we're looking at the time. Yeah, we're talking about, it's actually going to be 2 minutes and 14 seconds. So it recalculated to do this, and it may be done even sooner than that. We're almost at the end, and it's done. And it took actually a minute. Well, really, it did take a minute and 1 second. Wow, that updated. That's pretty good. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and lift this up and check out this guy right here. absolutely fantastic. Love the look of it. Looks great. I'm gonna go ahead and run another, and I'm gonna do the other side. All right, guys, so this is the second side we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and run this one more time so that we can have the engraving on both sides. Now it's up to you if you want to just do a single side cooler or if you'd like to do a dual-sided cooler. I actually like doing them on both sides when I can. And once again, so it doesn't matter how the person grabs it, they're always going to have that engraving visible, either outward or inward, right? So check it out. This is relatively fast. Again, as we said, 1 minute and 1 second was the other one. We'll see how quickly this one works. And one of the things I could have done to make this even faster is I could have united these points. So you notice how it's jumping all over the place? It's because I didn't do a unite. I think next time what I'm going to do when I run this, I'm going to run a unite, and that way it's going to just be consistent and it won't jump all over the place as you see right there. So it's now done again. Let's see how that looks. That looks great. Take a look at right there. We'll try to get that in focus for you. There you go. Right, that's what it looks like. Now let's take a closer look at the end results of what we just went through. So here you can see, I actually have a soda in here, and you can see the end result of this cooler. You'll see really nice engrave, how the blacks are nice and solid. But I want to show you some of the things that I've experienced and how you can fix this, right? So I'm going to flip it over so you can see I'm not perfect in any way. Check this one out. This one is less than perfect. This one, you'll notice that it has some lines here, right? And you'll notice that the black isn't as dark as the other side. And typically what you're going to be doing is working with your power or your speed or your lines per centimeter. So what I did here is, in order to improve this, I actually increased my lines per centimeter to, I think it was 140 that you saw in the video. So I just upped that. And then sometimes you have to tweak power as well. And that yielded this result. Now, notice how this one is nice and dark. All the settings or actually all the characters are nice and clean, and there's no, I would say, white material showing through because it basically engraved the white material, the white synthetic leather off of this cooler. As we take a look at this other one, you'll notice that what I did is, since I already had my settings down, you'll notice how nice this one turned out. So again, really nice, delicate, I would say, engraving. And these make incredible gifts if you are starting a side hustle and you'd like to sell these. These are also great, especially for any kind of event that you participate or businesses. They love these things. So this is something that you can make, and you saw that it only took a minute, just a minute. So guys, if you enjoy videos like these, make sure you support our channel. Use the links below. Get yourself an F1 UItra, and happy engraving.